Okay, if you're new to wooden boat building and you plan to build a sailboat, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Mark from Nomad Boat Building, and today we're going to talk about spar tapers. Okay, spars, the things that hold up sails on a boat, that is masts, booms, and yards, are tapered. You can see that at a glance, but did you know that those tapers are not straight? If you see a wooden spar on a wooden boat, I can guarantee that spar has an elliptical taper on it. That sounds pretty intimidating, but I'm going to show you how to figure it out. Now, if you're building a wooden sailboat from a set of plans, one of the drawings that is going to come with those plans is a sail plan, and on that you'll probably find information about the spars. Plans that are intended for the home builder probably have all the information you need laid out to lay out a spar, to lay out an elliptical taper on a spar. It'll give you diameters given at various points along the length of a mast so that you lay them out and connect them together and you're going to get the finished result, which is a elliptical taper. However, some plans that are intended for more experienced builders, and especially older plans you might find, are not going to have that information. At best, maybe they tell you what the diameter of the mast is at like the mast partner or in the middle of the mast, wherever the mast is largest, and it'll give you the diameters at the small end, usually the head of the mast, and down at the foot of the mast too, where it comes to the mast step. And so in order to make that mast, we have to figure out what the elliptical taper is going to be from those large diameters to the small diameters. Now don't freak out, I got you covered. Laying these out is really quite easy. You just need a scrap of wood that's a little bit bigger than half the diameter of your mast and just a couple of feet long. We're just going to use that for doing a little bit of layout. It's easier to do the layout on a little bit of scrap and then take that information over to the spar to lay it out on there. So I thought I would demonstrate how to lay out a spar taper. So you don't have to lay this out on the actual spar exactly, but you do need to take points from this to lay out on your spar. We're going to begin by laying off a couple reference lines, a perpendicular, and I'll draw a baseline. For the purposes of this demonstration, the baseline represents the center line of the spar. Now out here at this perpendicular, I'm going to draw what's going to represent the major diameter of the spar. So this might be the position right at your mast partner, or if it's a stayed spar, it could be halfway up the mast. So I'm going to draw what is the major diameter of the spar, and I'm just going to make this fairly large. And I can also draw what we'll say is the minimum diameter of the spar. Say it's at the head or the foot of the spar, so we can do that here. So if we're looking straight down the spar, there's the fat end, there's the skinny end. Now laying out a spar taper or an elliptical taper is really quite simple. It's really taking this circle and stretching it over the length of the spar. The first thing we need to do is to divide this into some equal dimensions. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the minimum diameter and I'm going to carry it across to here. So I can draw that like this. Now what I need to do is to divide up the remaining space into equal spaces. I can do that with dividers. So if I go like this, I go like this, that's the halfway mark. And then likewise, I can do the same thing. So now we've divided this arc into 4 equal spaces. If we stretch this out over the whole spar, we divide it into 4 equal spaces. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this is where what we're doing is going to replicate what we would be doing in the real spar. So we would be taking our spar material and we would mark out where our major diameter is on it, and then we would divide up the remaining space from that major diameter to the end of the spar and divide it into equal number of spaces that matches the same number that you created on this little drawing right here. You can do more than 4, but you don't need to do a lot of them. We don't need a lot of points in order to do this effectively. So now we just need to take these heights and transfer those to our other spaces. So there's this one right here. We carry that over. Grab the next one. Carry that over. Grab the next one. Carry that over. Then the last one is the same height as our minor diameter. So it's the same height as this. We carry that over. So that's the end of our spar. Now it's just a question of connecting the dots. So that right there is an elliptical taper. We've basically taken this round shape and we've stretched it out over a longer distance. It's really as simple as that. So when you're laying out your spar, you would simply go through this exercise. You create some points along the way. You spring a batten between those. And the longer the spar is, the stiffer the batten is that you need. And then we just cut to that line. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now there's one more important detail. Spars are usually flat along the fore and aft face against which the sail attaches. So you see the back side of this mast is straight, one side of the yard is straight. Same thing for the boom, one side is straight. So those are the sides that the sail attaches to, and the other side gets a taper to it. And so you need to take your overall diameters and lay those off against a straight baseline, or basically the one side of your flat stick that you're going to make your spar out of. Now that taper is going to look twice as extreme as the ones on the sides, but that's fine. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're going to cut that one first, clean up that surface, and then you've got a new surface to lay out the lateral dimensions on. So you put a center line down that and then work off of that center line for doing both sides. Here's the yard from that set of plans we've been looking at. So here we're looking at it along the center line of the boat, and it's tapered to both sides. If we flip it, it's straight on one side and tapered on the other. You can see how it sort of stays fairly full until you start to get towards the end of it, and then suddenly you see it sort of peeling off at a more radical angle. Once those tapers are cut and everything's smoothed off, we need to round the spar, and we're going to do that with a spar gauge or using a layout trick called the 7-10-7 rule. The 7-10-7 rule is a very simple geometric method for laying off guidelines onto the side of a spar. It's a way of providing layout lines for you to follow so you know what to cut off. But we're going to save that for another video. And if that video has been made, you can watch it right here. And if it's not, well, wait a little while and we'll get it out there. Now go grab a compass, go grab some scrap and play around with this idea. The best thing you can do is just mess around with it. You don't need any specific dimensions to do a test drive of this little process. All right, folks, catch you later.